welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease in my life, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. So welcome to untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to be able to work on projects I've been meaning to work on, because I am the type of person, if I don't make time, I'll never find time. And by doing untilit.work, it gives me the opportunity to be by a computer. And so I'm figuring, well, while I'm here to do like these quick little live streams, why not work on the stuff that I've been meaning to work on? Like, I've got a bunch of printers running, 3D printers, and I am working on another model to do a test run on this other one here. And I'm doing a test run of another thing where I created this. Let's see it. So it's a phone holder. You know what I'm saying? And so it kind of like opens up here, and then you put your phone into here. Do I have my phone? I've been doing my steps and stuff, so my phone is a counter here. All right. It's a lot easier when you don't have it in the air and you have it on the table. But yeah, so basically, like, it holds it like that, so you can watch whatever you need to watch, right? And so I created the model, and I'm working on putting something here on the back. And I didn't realize that with like 3D printing, I mean, it depends on the nozzle size, on how clear the actual text will be, how it show up. And so, but the thing is, I need speed. So the tinier the nozzle head, the finer it can print. But the problem is it takes longer, because it takes longer to get all the filament through to be able to print it up. And so I'm trying to find a balance of stuff. So I'm just making like certain text bigger, and so that it just prints better. Because right now I just want to get speed, because I'm going to a conference in like next week, and so I want to get a bunch of like stuff here to kind of give out to people and things. And it's pretty dope because it's like the size of like a credit card. You know what I'm saying? Well, not as far as thickness, but still. And it like stays together. But I need to, because it's a different printer that I'm printing on than I normally did before. And so I think I might need to make the little pins there a little bit thicker, so that it fits into the hole better, and so that doesn't fall out, because it kind of like falls out easier. So yeah, so I'm working on that. So that's printing up right now, and it takes about maybe like an hour or something, a little bit more than an hour to print these. So that's dope. And I'm gonna do multiple on a plate, so it may make it longer, but I'll be able to get a bunch more knocked out. And then I'm also going to include these into the other orders that I'm printing. So like little giveaways and stuff for my business. So those are the type of things I work on during the work sessions, which are 45 minutes, heads down, working on what you're working on, trying to make some progress. Then I'll pop up here like around 15 minutes after the hour for the break session. And that's the opportunity to get up, walk around, drink some water, and or sit here and watch me talk about something I found interesting on the internet. And it's just to let your mind relax and not focus and think about the thing that you're just working on. Let's give it a chance to, take a breather. Breath? Take a breath. Sure. So, like I mentioned, I'll pop up in here in the video. If you ever come to the site and we're in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen, and that's because browsers don't autoplay video with audio. That's why the notice they're saying mainly click play to start the stream. Next to that is an open closed caption button. I'm using a speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browsers. And if you click that button, a space will open up, and hopefully the words I'm saying will be transcribed accurately and placed in that space. Then there's two buttons. Don't worry about them. It's broken. I'll fix it at some point. And then there's a countdown timer counting when the next work session will start. And if you'd like to join the chat room to ask questions or just chat, feel free to do so. There's the join the room link. Cool. All right. So that is the break session. Work sessions will look like this. Slideshow, start screen share, this one here. All right, so in the upper right hand corner under subscribe, if you click that, it will list all the upcoming ciphers you can subscribe to get notified when we go live. As a side note, again, since I'm leaving for the conference, I'll be gone the next 2 Sundays. So, but again, check out subscribe. It has a list of all the upcoming ciphers. Over on the left hand side, we have an audio player. So if you want to listen to some tunes or whatever it is that you're working on, you can do that there. Towards the center here, we have the to-do section where it says add a task. You type in your task, hit enter or the plus button. It'll add it to the list of tasks. If you click the text of the task, you can edit it. If you want to delete it, click the X button. If you want to mark it complete, click the checkbox. That'll then send it to done. If you click done, it'll show you all the things you got completed. If you click the Twitter icon, it will open up Twitter in a brand new tab, and it'll pre-populate a tweet listing out all the things you got completed with check marks next to them. For me, it's like a nice visual way to be like, oh, I got some stuff done going into the week, feeling good. Even if I've never get anything else done on my task, at least I know I put in some effort and got some stuff done. All right, over in the right column, we have a countdown timer, countdown when the next break session happens, again, like 15 minutes after the hour. And if you click view tutorials, that will then, so let's say you want to be productive, but you don't necessarily have a thing that you want to work on, but you don't want to just like lay around and do nothing, right? So, and you heard that, web development can be a cool thing, but you don't know where to start. So I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. And from what people have told me that have gone through those programs, I think at the end of them, if you complete those, you'll have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, make an educated decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money in pursuing web development. Now, if you're already into web development and you're looking for some like cool projects to kind of, get started, finish up, have something pretty cool, just get the creative juices going to where maybe you'll be able to extend that project or create something totally new. I have links to 3 tutorials that go to the Vonage developer platform. Now, I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage, and part of my responsibilities are to look over tutorials. And one of the tutorials is that after following the tutorial, you'll have an application with an input box and a call button. You put in your home phone number in the input box, hit call, and your real world phone will ring. I have one that's the opposite, where you get a virtual number, you link that to the application you create following the tutorial, and then from your real world phone, you'll be able to call that virtual number and answer in that application that you created and have a conversation back and forth. Then there's one where like 2 users like log in to an application and one can call the other through the browser and have a conversation. So some pretty cool stuff, I think, there. Hako will come back to show and tell sign up. If you click that, it'll walk you through the process of you coming up here to talk about something you found interesting on the internet. So show and tell sign up will walk you through there. Now, Hako stands for Help a Coder / Creator Out. It's a thing I made that if you ever get stuck or maybe you want feedback on a thing that you're working on, you can create a Hako, which is a room that you can then invite people to join your room. And the hope is that together as a collective, you'll be able to come up with the solution or the feedback on a thing that you're working on. So if you were to click View Hako, it shows you all the different Hakos that have been created. You can click the creator's name to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out the profile to see whether or not you'd like to request to join the room. Now, I also have a filter by keyword list. So if there's maybe a specific subject that you're looking for, maybe it's in that list, and you'll be able to filter it by that. Now, when you click Create a Hako, you're presented with this form. You put in a title and 3 keywords. You hit Create, it'll generate a unique URL that you can then copy or click to share to Twitter. Now, when you join your Hako, it looks like this. We've got the title here at the top. Over on the right-hand side, you can leave with the leave button. You can open menu for some more options. Over here on the left-hand side, we have a countdown timer, countdown where the next break session happens. Again, like 15 minutes after the hour. You can then copy the URL, and you can then click to share to Twitter. Now, when someone clicks your link, they just don't automatically join your room. They're requesting to join your room, so they'll show up under pending. You'll be able to click their username to open up Twitter or GitHub, again, depending on what they logged in with, to check out their profile to see whether or not you like to approve or deny them. Now, if you do approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person, you can always ban them. Now, you as the owner of the hot code, only you can share your screen. Because again, the point of the hot code is for you to get help or feedback on a thing that you're working on. And I think by being able to show everyone exactly what it is that you're seeing, you'll be able to provide the context for them to get you that help or feedback. So now the way you communicate through the hot code is a text chat here on the right. You put in your message here toward the bottom, hit send, and it'll add to the list of messages. I also add the ability to enable audio chat. So anybody who has their audio chat enabled, be able to speak to and hear each other. But don't worry for the folks who don't have audio chat enabled, they'll still be able to follow along because what people are saying, we turn into text and put into the text chat. Now, I also have the opposite available where you enable text to speech. So if you're not looking at the text chat, you'll still be able to follow along because any messages put into the text chat will be read out aloud by your browser. And so that way you don't miss anything. All right, and yeah, again, check out different hot codes that have been created, and that is that. Cool. So I'm gonna get y'all back to work because again, so now what I'm trying to do. So now that these things are printing, and I got another thing to print, another design to check out, and working on this thing here. Again, I'm probably gonna make these a little bit thicker because again, it's all print settings and it's like different machines, so that can have something to do with it also. But I need to make the little tabs larger so they stick into the holes more. I mean, it kind of sticks, but you see it kind of like falls out. And so I want it to be no problem, like kind of like that one is, even though they're the same thing. Printing, 3D printing is not an exact science. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get there, but it's still different variables you can't account for. And but it's dope. Like I designed it so it just prints on a plate. It's all one piece. You know what I'm saying? Which is pretty dope. And yeah, so I redesigned the design so it's a little bit more clearer, a little bit clearer. And then, but I also have like these little tabs here. So I don't think I can make it. Oh, I can't see that on there. So you can kind of like get your finger under it to open it up. So it makes it a little bit easier to open up. And but yeah, no, this is like one of my first models that I made, and so I'm kind of excited to be able to pass it out and see how what people think about it and stuff. So yeah, dope. All right. All that being said, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna send y'all off with some traveling music. This right here is an artist that goes by the name of Anthony Cruz, formerly known as A Butter. The track is called "Thank You." Thanks for hanging out. See you 15 minutes after the hour. Till then, I wish you much productivity. All right, y'all be easy. Thanks. Peace.
I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like there. And everybody says there. We spread love like there. I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like